The historical significance of Kozhikode or the erstwhile Calicut is unparalleled. It was on this very shore of Kerala where Vasco da Gama first came in 1498. It's been 500 years since the claim of the West on India. But Kerala's coastal Kozhikode is home to another epoch. The reclamation of the Indian concept in management education, the globalization of the Indian thought. Hey guys, I'm Reena Bhardwaj. You're watching our sponsored feature, Shining Bee Schools of India. I'm at the home of the 5th Indian Institute of Management, IIM Kozhikode, but the first IIM to have designed a module on Indian philosophy and values. Let's take a look. No wonder why this campus is known as God's own campus, where they believe dreams do turn into reality. You have to be here to see why IIM Kozhikode is one of Asia's most beautiful campuses. World-class facilities, luminous faculty and a wide range of academic programs. But there's more to IIMK. The institute has some grand plans for the year 2047. The man with the vision is Professor Debashis Chatterjee, and with me is Professor. Professor, you've always got this vision of Vision 2047 at the IIMK. What is this vision and how do you take it this year?
Well, 2047 is when independent India becomes 100 years old and when IIMK becomes 50 years old as an institution. So we thought that there is a synergistic value here, and if India is the richest country in the world by virtue of human potential, we have to have a voice that is of planetary proportion. So globalizing Indian thought really means that things such as frugal engineering, langar, jugaad, all these will have to find a voice, a vocabulary. So far the discourse around globalization has been largely westernized in our academia. Right,
and the way you've also Indianized this campus, I mean from this lovely Arjuna here to the Arjun path, even your logo has Arjun as the bow and arrow.
Right.
So why is Arjun such an important and integral part of a contemporary B school like IIMK?
You see, the man represents not just a mythological frame. He represents aspiration of the youth of India. He represents focus. Arjuna represents commitment, determination, prowess. But more importantly, perhaps most importantly, he represents dharma, which is ethical way of conducting your professional life.
You as an institute has not only left its footprints, you know, in Kerala itself or at this campus. I mean, you've spread across J&K and even the south.
Right.
Tell us something more about it, sir.
See, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari is where India resides. You know, India is one heartbeat, one heartthrob of 1.2 billion people. Now that heartbeat has to be captured in a national institution. So we decided to open 2 digital campuses, one in Jammu, Kashmir, the other one is a real campus in Kochi. So you can see that we represent the country in a way that we should. If IIMs don't do that, who will?
Thank you so much for talking to us, sir. Thank you. At IIMK, women mean business. With a total strength of 54%, this campus has the highest percentage of female strength in any other B school across India. Now, I may not be an IIMK pass-out, but I do have a special connect with this institute, and that's A.F. Matthew, one of my teachers who taught me back in college. It was so good to see you, sir, here.
It's good to see you too. Also.
One of your favorite subjects is, of course, gender equality. You've taught that to us in college, and you're teaching that subject here in college too. Do you think that there should be a reservation for women even in institutes like the IIMs and other institutes?
Yes, of course. Actually, it is a very important thing because for many years we have excluded a large segment of the population, and therefore we need to be more inclusive. And IIM Kozhikode has been right from its inception in its mission and its vision we have always maintained that we need to be inclusive in our approach. For 50 years now, we have had only 10% women average as students in IIMK. And IIM Kozhikode has actually changed the entire rules of the game. And therefore, we now have to look ahead, and I hope to see all of them here in the boardroom doing all kinds of things, actually.
So clearly it's all about girl power at the IIMK campus. I want to ask all you girls this. Where do you all see yourselves once you'll step out of IIMK? Boardrooms, making big business deals? Where do you all see yourselves?
I think we see ourselves in all spheres actually, because from here we not just learn to be in business scenarios, but all over. Management is all pervasive. It applies to social scenarios. You could be heading an NGO, you could be heading a B school, you could be a chairman of a B school, or you could be heading an organization. I personally want to take up film marketing, and I think IIMK also encourages you to take up offbeat careers. So I would probably like to work with the Yash Raj or the Reliance and be working in a film marketing scenario.
Well, what about you?
I want to be the next Indranuri. I think we should have some representation in politics also. So inspired by Arvind Kejriwal, we can have an Aam Aurat party.
Such bright faces, brighter aspirations, of course, bigger dreams. I'm sure you guys would make it to your own Indian Business Museum. That's another first one at IIMK. From the medieval to the modern, walking around this museum, you realize the infinite bank of knowledge we have with us. And the Indian Business Museum, India's first, collects, consolidates and showcases the vast wealth of Indian business history. This place tries to capture what the founding fathers of corporate India left behind for the world. But it's not just the Ambanis or Tatas who left a legacy. At IIMK, it's the hunger for excellence and hunger, quite literally, that drove a batch to leave a legacy of their own behind. Hungry on campus? Want the food to come to you? Just go online and then the Bhook Lagi team will come to your rescue. And helping them is the official transport manager, Majid Bhai, bringing smiles on faces of the hungry lot.
What is interesting is that this particular enterprise is passed on from batch to batch. So PGP 15, for example, started this particular venture. Today we are talking about PGP 17. Last 2 years this enterprise is passed on from generation to generation. The students pass out, but the enterprise is alive on the campus. So that's one innovation. But apart from that, if you look at, this campus is looking green, but there's been a lot of effort to keep it green as well.
With a strong emphasis on water conservation measures in the curriculum, the institute practices water harvesting to the core, replenishing the reservoir that makes the institute self-sufficient. As soon as you enter this campus, the first thing that you notice is its lush greenery. Then you soon notice how rooted it is, how rooted this campus is to the Indian thought and to the values of Mother Nature. As tradition goes, I'm leaving behind my green footprint.